Namaste. Good evening. Om Maha Ganapatiye Namaha. Om Gurubhyo Namaha. I am Sindhu Bhairavi once again and welcome to our channel, Indian Magician. So today I would like to share our teacher's beautiful journey. We as students have been very inquisitive and we as students have been very curious, and we've been asking Ajit sir, how did you get into Tantra and how did you become a magician? So Ajit sir told us this story, which I am more than excited to share it here with all his students. So Ajit sir belongs to the Telugu Vadiyar family in Andhra Pradesh, and even though the Vadiyars are around the globe, they follow the Odisha Tantra. So Odisha Tantra was given to the Rakshas king Ravana by Lord Shiva himself. Okay, and then later it was practiced by the Vadiyars. So Ajit sir's family also practiced the Odisha Tantra up till his grandfather Sri Nagaya Vadiyar, who kind of decided that he wanted to step into the Kali Sadhana in the Adi Kapalika Sampradaya. So now after Sri Nagaya Vadiyar achieved the divine grace and the pratyaksha of Sri Mahakali, he completely broke his family bonds and he came out he kind of walked out of his family, and he gave all his property and all his wealth to his wife Punnamma, who is the grandmother of Ajit sir. And he decided to live a completely a life pledged to Adi Kapalika Sampradaya as a Kapalika with the other Kapalikas. So now this Koli Malai forest, which is a very deadly forest, is located in Tamil Nadu. And after seeing this situation, Punnamma decided that, that after Sri Nagaya Vadiyar left the family, Punnamma decided that none of her children are going to practice Tantra, and she did not want any of the kids practicing Tantra. She also succeeded until our Ajit sir was born, and Ajit sir on his 14th birthday decided that he wanted to learn the tantric practices because he wanted to fulfill all his worldly desires. So he wanted to learn these practices, and his family was very much against it. His family did not want him to learn, and he was disappointed. But then he ran away. He ran away to his grandfather in the forest, and because obviously he wanted to learn Tantra. Now, after he ran away to the forest, he saw his grandfather on the deathbed, and he was not very happy about it. But his grandfather's friends, they decided to teach him the Tantra. So under his grandfather's friends, he learned a lot of left-handed sadhanas, a lot of left-handed kriyas. He learned sadhanas there, and his grandfather and his Kapalika friends also told Ajit sir many times that the divine mother Kali will give him pratyaksha. But Ajit sir was not interested in pratyaksha because he had this misunderstanding that after he receives pratyaksha from the divine mother, he'll have to leave his to receive pratyaksha also, he'll have to leave the worldly desires, and he'll have to kind of live a very disciplined life of an ascetic and stuff like that. But then that was not true. He was only under this misconception that he'll have to leave his worldly desires, but that was not to be. So Ajit sir, as I said, wanted to fulfill all his desires. So he requested his guru and he requested his grandfather to teach him all the tantra which would fulfill all his desires of the worldly desires. Now everybody did not force him into it. They did not force him into Sri Mahadevi Kali Pratyaksha for him to practice that. And they taught him all the tantra sadhanas which were useful for his human life, useful to fulfill all his desires in the human life. So all the Tantra Shastra were taught to him according to that, so that he can fulfill all his desires. Okay. So now after this is very interesting, okay. After his grandfather's suggestion, after Sri Nagaya Vadiyar passed away, his friends taught him Shav Sadhana on the corpse of his own grandfather, that is Nagaya Vadiyar. So he also learned Shav Sadhana like that, okay, on the corpse of his own grandfather Nagaya, and that's so fascinating. Like it's so, I don't know, it fascinated me quite a lot. Okay, so after getting success in it, after getting success in Shav Sadhana, after getting success in the evocation of Parimala Yakshini, of Rakta Bhushana Bhutani, Sammohan Yakshini, Chintamani Yakshini, and Vibramana Yakshini, now he was now targeting to achieve Shamshan Yakshini, which is big. Okay, so he was targeting to achieve Shamshan Yakshini, but even after following every step of the sadhana, like Shamshan Yakshini was not manifesting herself in front of him. He did everything, he did all the steps, and like he could not manifest Shamshan Yakshini. So now what he decided was, he before repeating the sadhana, before going into it once again, the Shamshan Yakshini sadhana, he kind of went into a Shivalaya. There was a Shivalaya nearby where he was meditating before Lord Bhairava. So while meditating before Lord Bhairava, he heard a male voice. Now this voice, he felt that he had heard before, like he had this deja vu, that he had heard this voice before and he knew this person before. After opening his eyes, he saw a Maharishi who was wearing a saffron, like he was wearing saffron colored clothes. He saw this Maharishi wearing saffron colored clothes. And the Maharishi smiled and told Ajit sir to do Rajamatangi sadhana. Okay, so Ajit sir kind of obeyed that. He started doing Rajamatangi sadhana, and then one day he heard the voice of a Devi. Now he did hear the voice of the Devi, but she was talking in Sanskrit, so he could not understand Sanskrit. Now he was not disheartened by that, and he continued his sadhana, like devotedly he continued his sadhana. And after a few days, Ma Rajmatangi herself manifested in front of Ajit sir. I mean, really, you can feel the happiness inside me while I'm like telling his story. It is so beautiful. Okay. So then she manifested herself before him and gave him a lot of boons, and she also revealed that the Maharishi who had come to him was none other than Nikhila Bhairav Gurudev. So, and Nikhila Bhairav Gurudev was one of Ajit sir's previous lives guru. Like he was a guru in one of his previous lives. Okay, and that Ajit sir knew. So that is how he could recognize him. Okay. So now once again, Nikhila Bhairav Gurudev appeared before Ajit sir, and he gave him a lot of knowledge and he taught him a lot of tantra shastras. Okay, and after that, Rajmatangi Mata also told Ajit sir to do Kali sadhana. Now after the Devi herself told him to do Kali Mata sadhana, Ajit sir started Mata sadhana, Kali Mahadevi sadhana, and he got Siddhi in that. After he got Siddhi, Ma Kali herself came and taught him a lot of tantras. Okay, so that is how Ajit sir is into three traditions. He is into Matangi Mata's tradition, he is into Nikhila Bhairav, and he is into Kali. Now he worships Nikhila Bhairav Gurudev and Raj Matangi Mata as his guru, but he worships Ma Kali as his Devi, because Ma Kali told him to not worship him as a guru. Not worship her as a guru. Okay, she wanted him to. Though she's taught him a lot of tantras, but he worships Mahadevi as Devi, not as a guru. So Nikhila Bhairav Gurudev and Raj Matangi Mata are his gurus, and Shri Mahakali is the Devi he worships. Okay. So personally, Ajit sir teaches Nikhila Bhairav Tantra. He teaches Nikhila Bhairav he's into Nikhila Bhairav Sampradaya, and he teaches Nikhila Bhairav Sampradaya to his students. Because Raj Matangi and Kali Sampradaya are so ferocious that they are related more to Vam Marg and Kola Marg. Okay, so the left-handed path. So that is how he teaches the Nikhila Bhairav Sampradaya, and kind of Matangi Mata and Kali Ma's Sampradaya are very, very ferocious, I guess, for people to handle that. Okay.